Hi guys, so this is my analysis on gold. What am I expecting on gold, guys? If you watched my previous analysis on gold, I said I was expecting gold to push to my 18% fib level. Then when we get there, we'll determine our next move because there was this imbalance around that area and we were rejecting off of my negative 27% fib level. So I said there's a possibility because of that we're going to push to the upside, and if you push to the upside, my target will be around that area, and we can see that we perfectly got to that area right there. So I'm going to delete my previous analysis and reanalyze based on this current price action. So we can see right now that we broke this trend line right here with this engulfing candle, right? And let me go to a smaller time frame, right? I think so. It came back to retest this trend line, so that indicates that we will continue to push to the upside. And we can see right here, if I use my fib just to see from here to here, we are currently around my negative 27% fib level, around that area, rejecting, because you see that we were rejecting off of my 23.6% fib level around that area. So now let's see what we are looking at on gold as of this moment. We can see if I use if I put a box here, we can see that we are currently around an area where it's rejecting off of based on the prior price action right here. So let's see. So we can see that whenever we get to this zone right here, it's quite significant, rejecting. It came here rejecting, and we are currently around that zone. So there's a possibility for us to reject around that zone as well. We just have to be see how that reacts right there. So I see an imbalance here. We have to be mindful of this imbalance right here. This is the 3-hour imbalance, so we have to be mindful around that area as well, just to see what happens around that area, because it's still giving us momentum of a buy. There's a possibility we might push up to this trend line right here, which is around my 50% fib level, around that area. And if you see that I have an imbalance there, a daily imbalance, let me go to my daily time frame just to see. So we can see on my daily time frame, right, there's this imbalance here that needs to be filled, which is a touch of a trend line. So there's a possibility we might be pushing to that level before either we continue to push to the downside or break this trend line and change direction. So when we get to this trend line, the price action will determine our next move. Like I used to say, you don't predict the market, you react to the market. As long as we are below this trend line, I'm going for a sell. But if you break this trend line, then this direction has changed. So now that we see, those are my confluences. So I still see a possibility of it pushing up to at least my 50% fib level. So we might probably just come here to fill this imbalance. Then the way it reacts around this area will determine our next move. So if I see more weak rejections around the zone right here, and I see an engulfing bullish candle, then I'll possibly ride it to my 50% fib level right here, which is around 1934, around that area. That would be the target. But we have to be mindful of this zone as well too. Like I said earlier on, that whenever we get to this zone, there's always a rejection, so we have to be mindful of that. Let's go to, let me delete this previous analysis. Let's see what this is showing. Right, let's see if I can draw a trend line here. I can draw a trend line right here. Let me delete this previous line. So as we can see, a trend line right here. Let me get to a smaller time frame. So we can see that we are still having this engulfing candle. So I think you might just come here, then push to the upside. So this will be my point of interest right here, my point of interest. Then if I say what I want to see there, then it will become my point of entry to my target, which is around this level right here. So right now I'm just gonna say my bias would be come up here a little bit here, then push up to my next target, which is there. Let me change the color of that. So my targets right now will be around this area right here. If you are going for continuing to show for a buy, so even if I use a fib right here, let me just say a fib from point A to point B here. Let me use a short one right here. You can see that that is around my negative 61.8% fib level, around this area right here. So negative 61.8 fib level and an imbalance right here, a retest right there, this right here, we can see. Then we get there, which aligns, then we push to the upside, and my target also aligns in my negative 27% fib level right there. So which makes sense. That's why I say that I just don't use fib. Majority of the time my fib aligns with the market structure and price action of the market. So that is just my quick thought on gold, guys. I'm going towards more of a buy on gold, guys. So let's see how it reacts around 1921, which is my 61.8% fib level. Then that will determine our next move. So that is my quick thought on gold, guys. If you find this helpful, if you do, don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, like, and I'll definitely see you in my next analysis, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.